You're watching Luxury Reviews. Here's the full review of the 2026 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, crisp and to the point. This is the version built to compete with the BMW 5 Series and Audi A6, but it leans harder toward comfort and tech, a midsize luxury car that borrows cues from the S-Class and packages them for everyday use. Let's start with what's new and why Mercedes bothered to rethink the E-Class. The 2026 model arrives with sleeker exterior lines, updated chassis tuning, and an even more advanced MBUX infotainment suite that aims to make the car feel smarter and more personal than before. You get multiple user profiles, improved voice interaction and routines that let the car automate common tasks, things you can set from the car or your phone. It's an evolution rather than a revolution, but one that tightens the E-Class advantage in refinement and cabin tech. Exterior. The new E looks familiar but cleaner. The proportions remain classic Mercedes. Long hood, short overhangs, taut surfacing and a stately grille. AMG styling packages add a sportier face, bigger wheels and more aggressive bumpers if you want visual menace alongside luxury. The stance is lower and more planted than before, which helps it look less fluffy and more purposeful on the road. Practical touches, like available 21-inch wheels and panoramic roofs, keep the E-Class competitive in the showroom. Step inside and the E-Class gets very Mercedes. Materials are top-notch, stitched leather or man-made leather, open-pore wood or brushed metal trim, and seats that feel designed to soothe after a long drive. The dashboard centers around the latest MBUX displays, big, configurable screens with crisp graphics and an interface that can be navigated by touch, steering wheel controls, voice or gestures. Optional features like passenger displays and advanced ambient lighting extend the sense of theater in the cabin. If you want that S-Class feeling without the S-Class price, the E gets you surprisingly close. Tech and infotainment are the headline. Mercedes, third-generation MBUX brings faster apps, AI suggestions and routines, things that can precondition seats, set navigation, or prep climate based on your habits. Integration for apps like WebEx and Zoom is offered, and the system feels smoother and more polished than earlier generations. Safety tech remains a focus. Advanced driver assists, adaptive cruise, lane keep aids and a full suite of sensors underpin Mercedes' semi-autonomous features. The E is as much a rolling electronics platform as it is a luxury saloon. Powertrains. Mercedes simplified the lineup but kept the good stuff. The base E350 uses a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4 paired with a mild hybrid electric assist that adds about 23 horsepower's worth of electric torque smoothing, improving low-end response and economy. Above that, the E450 brings a turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-6 with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, delivering around 375 horsepower and much stronger mid-range thrust. There's also an AMG-oriented E53 plug-in hybrid variant that blends sportier tuning with increased electric-only capability for everyday city driving. Rear-wheel drive is standard on the entry model. 4MATIC all-wheel drive is either standard or optional depending on trim. Numbers you care about. The E450's inline-6 and mild hybrid combo make it brisk. Mercedes quotes MID 4 seconds 0 to 60 times for the faster variants, and real-world tests back up that kind of performance while still returning competitive fuel economy for the class. The 9-speed automatic is generally smooth and well-matched to the engines, helping the E feel effortless whether you're cruising or accelerating. If you crave performance, the AMG-tuned model sharpens suspension and brakes dramatically. But the standard E remains an exercise in civilized speed rather than raw aggression. Ride and handling. Mercedes engineers tuned the suspension to favor comfort without making the car float. The E uses multi-link setups front and rear and optional adaptive dampers that smooth out bad pavement while keeping body control in corners. On twisty roads, the E-Class rewards with predictable, composed handling, not the last word in driver engagement, but pleasantly balanced. If you want sharper dynamics, AMG packages tightened steering and suspension, and adaptive air suspension options further refine the trade-off between comfort and composure. Practicality. Trunk space and interior room are class competitive. The sedan offers a usable boot and rear seats that can accommodate adults for long trips. Tech-heavy options like panoramic roofs or big rear entertainment screens can eat a little headroom, but in normal spec the E is an easy daily driver and capable long-distance cruiser. Mercedes also offers wagon, all-terrain variants in some markets if cargo versatility matters more than sedan prestige. Safety and driver assistance. Mercedes bundles a wide array of driver assist tech, from active lane keeping to automatic emergency braking and adaptive cruise. The updated sensors, improved software and MBUX integrated alerts make the system feel more anticipatory than reactive. As with all these systems, use them as an aid, but Mercedes gives you a full toolbox to reduce stress on long motorway stints. Cost and value. Pricing starts in the luxury segment territory. Expect the base E350 to land in the low $60,000 range in the US, with the E450 and well-optioned models climbing into the $70,000 plus band. That places the E-Class a little above mainstream executives but still below the S-Class ladder. Considering build quality, tech and available powertrains, the E represents reasonable value for buyers who prioritize comfort and tech over raw sporting prowess. As always, options add up fast. Pick the must-have items and skip the rest if you want to keep the sticker sensible. Who should buy the 2026 E-Class? If you're after a luxurious, tech-forward midsize sedan that prioritizes comfort, a refined interior and modern infotainment, the E-Class should be near the top of your test drive list. It's ideal for executives, families who still want a grown-up sedan, and tech lovers who appreciate an intelligent cabin. If you're a driving purist who wants maximum handling engagement, the BMW M-badged variants may be more appealing, but the E still delivers a wonderfully composed, premium experience. My verdict: the 2026 Mercedes-Benz E-Class is an evolution that tightens Mercedes' strengths: sumptuous interior, strong tech, and a comfortable yet competent driving character. It doesn't reinvent the segment, but it refines it. For buyers who value comfort, technology, and that Mercedes' atmospheric charm, it's a very strong contender. For those chasing pure driving thrills, look to AMG or a different competitor. Overall, the E remains a class act, measured, polished and sophisticated. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe to Luxury Reviews for more full reviews, and tell me in the comments which trim you'd pick, base comfort or the inline 6 punch of the E450. Thanks for watching.